I know, okay, I just have to do this for my own. So our goal is to convert between units of length and units of weight. So can you give me an example of a measurement we use to measure things of length?
Ruler.
We use a ruler that's in what? Inches. So we know that we have inches as a measure of length. What else do we have? Say it again. Feet. Anything else? Okay, so she said centimeters, and that would be like a metric unit. So we're just going to talk about U.S. customary, what we use. So if I drove to Minneapolis, would I measure it in feet? I would measure it in miles, right? So these are like the three big ones that we use in the U.S., right? We measure things in inches, feet, miles. In Europe, they use the metric system of kilometers, centimeters, meters, and so forth. Do we understand the difference? Okay, so we need to know what the conversions are here, like how many inches are in a foot, how many feet are in a mile, and so forth. Do we know that?
There's 12 inches in a foot.
Okay, so on your note card, I want to do this. 1 foot, oh, we missed one too, equals 12 inches. What else do we use? There's something in between feet and miles.
Meters, or not meters, yards.
Yards, very good.
Don't have a pencil.
You need a pencil? You got one, Abby?
Thanks.
All right, so that's one conversion. Can you give me another between feet and yards?
Wait, what?
Between feet and yards. Is there a conversion between feet and yards? How many feet in a yard?
3.
So 1 yard is 3 feet. How many inches is that?
And what?
So if I say 1 yard is 3 feet, 1 yard would be how many inches? 36. So let's put that one down too. And then 1 mile, does anybody know how many feet are in a mile? None? Where can I find that out?
Look it up. And then I go back to that.
Computer.
Your math book would have
Oh.
that probably for you. You could Google it. But I will tell you, 1 mile is 5,280 feet. And how many yards is that?
1,760.
1,760 yards. So we have this on a note card. So we're going to start and approach some very simple conversions. And we might get decimals, and that's okay. All right? So if I have 72 inches, how many feet is that? Now, don't blurt it out. Can you all come up with an answer for me? Don't blurt it out, write it on the corner of your note card. You can use a calculator. 72 inches is how many feet? Don't blurt it out, use the calculator, write it on the corner of your note sheet. There's calculators behind you, honey. Are you gonna be okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So write it out. I just wanna see what you come up with. I'm trying to see where your understanding is. what's your level of knowledge here, what your background knowledge is on converting units of measurement. So take a minute and try to identify what the answer will be. And Jen answer. Allison, will you have this big number right here? Okay. All right, so let's do this. We are going to work with a strategy that's gonna help us identify, because some of you have the correct answer and some of you do not, and that's okay. So, did anybody get 6 feet? Okay, 6 feet is the correct answer. But some of you said, well, I don't know if that's right though. Were you kind of questioning that, you're not sure? Okay, so what I'm gonna show you is a way that you'll always know what to do. Because sometimes kids get confused, do I multiply, do I divide? And that's the confusion, right? So look at my units of measurement here. I have inches and feet. So I go over to my conversions and I say, which one has foot and inches? This top one here, right? 1 foot is 12 inches. So this is what I do. I take what I started with, 72 inches, and I place a 1 underneath it. Is that difficult? Then I'm gonna do a multiply, and I'm gonna make a box. Equals feet, because that's what I wanna convert to, right? What I put in this box is the relationship between a foot and an inch, and that's that. That's gonna be my conversion. So my conversion factor, that's what these are called, my conversion factor is gonna go in here. My factor from my note card. That relates feet and inches. And we said it was this one right here, right? We're good with this? So, that, what I'm going to put in there is this. 1 foot equals 12 inches. I don't want this to be in inches anymore, I want it to be in feet. So then that means I'm gonna put 12 inches, everybody listening and watching, I'm gonna put the 12 inches down below. And the 1 foot on the top. What happens when I do that is these labels, because one's here and one's here, one's on top and one's on the bottom, they cancel each other, and that's what I want, because I want it to be in feet. And then I just multiply across. 72 times 1 over 1 times 12. This tells me, oh, I divide by 12 to find the answer. So 72 divided by 12 is 6 feet. Any questions? Let's do another one. And I want you to set these up like this, because then you'll always know whether you multiply or divide. You're gonna multiply across, and then divide in the end to find the answer. All right? So let's try this one. And do you guys need a piece of paper?
Yes.
Here, Elias. So in notes somewhere, well, there you go. I'll leave that one so you can kind of look back at it. And let's do this one. And you might get a decimal for an answer, and that's okay. So if I have 12,360 feet, how many miles is that? 5,360 feet is how many miles? So I want you to set it up like I did. And put that conversion. I'm gonna look for my conversion factor here on my note card. Which one relates feet and miles?
So we have to set it up like this?
I would like you to, yes. And you know what? You guys might not see the point of it, but when you get into other math courses and science classes, you are going to be converting, and you might have 3 of these boxes, 3 conversions in one problem. When we're gonna get to that later, where we're gonna convert more difficult, we'll have to convert 2 different units of measurement. So I really would like you to use this strategy and write it out. I'll give you a minute to do that.
This isn't very good.
Let's round to 2 decimal places, okay? See how that works? Good. What do you have, Hutton?
3.3, 2.34.
Allison? Good. Yay. Do you like that little strategy? It works, and it's helpful because when you get into chemistry, you're gonna do this. It's called quantitative analysis. So let's just go through this real quick. I wanna do one more example before I get you guys to do some work, okay? Then we're gonna talk about another unit of measurement of weight, like pounds and stuff. So what's my conversion factor I'm gonna use here? 1 mile equals 5,280 feet. I'm gonna put the 5,280 feet down the bottom, 5,280 feet down below. If the label's on the bottom and there's a label on the top, they cancel each other. That's what I want. And then 1 mile on the top. Multiply across, and then divide. 2.34 miles. Yay! Let's do one more. Right, because in chemistry, they do a lot of quantitative analysis, don't they, Sid? Yes. So just disciplining yourself to use this will help you in other classes in converting. And we're gonna get into more difficult ones yet. Maybe not today, but in tomorrow's learning and in the next day. Okay, so here's another one. Let's do this. Let's say 13 yards equals how many inches? And set it up that way. I'm gonna get it over here for you. So again, 13 yards over 1 times I'm gonna put a conversion factor from my note card there, equals how many inches? I'll give you a minute to do that. look at yards. But 1 yard, 36 inches on the top, right?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, can I have your pencil for a second? Okay, so this is a yard right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So which one of these am I gonna use for yards and inches?
36 inches.
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna use, 1 yard equals 36 inches, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna put this opposite this yard, so it's gonna go down here. And then I'm gonna put the 36 inches on the top, because we want these yard labels to go away. One has to be on the top, one has to be on the bottom. So I multiply across. And what do you have here? Where? Okay, this would be 13 times 36 over 1 time.
Don't need my table, I feel like I'm getting this. 168.
So I'm multiplying across, 13 times 36, remember, 1 times 1.
Oh.
Naomi, okay, here. You're using 1 yard equals 36 inches, right? So the yard should go down here and the 36 should be up here. So the yard label
So you're
cancels.
multiplying.
Yes. Okay, so. 1 yard is 36 inches. That's what I'm using, my conversion for my note card, right? I'm putting the yard down here because I want that label to cancel. 1 here has to cross and be underneath on the other one. So now I'm just gonna multiply across. 13 times 36, 468. 1 times 1, 1. Well, 468 divided by 1 is 468 inches. Should we do another one? Sure. Thanks, Hutton. Okay, I'll leave this one here, and let's do, 6,425 feet is how many inches? But you're gonna get a decimal, and that's okay. Well, no, you're not gonna get a decimal. You shouldn't. So which one am I gonna use? Okay, okay, and so this is this label, so you're gonna put 1 somewhere and 12 somewhere. You want feet to go away. Good. Then you just multiply across, right? Yes, very good. Hutton, what do you got?
77,100.
Yep, you got it. Yes, Naomi, do you like the box thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so now here's the thing. Let's see what I got going on over here.
Oh, it's all from there.
Yep.
What?
Good.
I can't be asking for it for this one.
Probably like pineapple and milk.
Hutton, you're just like one hurting unit or something, I don't know.
No, I can't wait till wrestling's over.
It just started.
You gotta look at the time button.
Oh no. Hopefully it gets easier.
Okay, so we're converting this to inches, right? So what unit, measurement factor, what am I trying to say? Conversion factor. Converts feet to inches, this first one right here. Remember, I want the foot label to go away, so I'm gonna put the 1 foot down below, because when they're opposite, that means I got it set up right. And then I don't have to worry about, do I multiply or divide? I'm gonna multiply across 77,100 over 1, which would be 77100 inches. Now, I'm gonna tell you, this is really going to be beneficial, because I'm gonna ask you to take 75 miles in 1 hour is how many inches per second? Yeah, so you have to convert from here to here and here to here. That's 2 conversions in 1. But if you have this figured out and set up, you can easily convert that by setting up boxes and just multiplying across. We're working towards this. This is the exciting part. It is. Would you agree, Sid?
Yes, absolutely. And like, you learn this in other classes and you use this in other classes, but also like in just day-to-day life, there are times where you're gonna have to know what's going on.
Like, how much carpet I should buy? And how much paint I need to buy for a wall or anything like that.
Okay, Sid.
And I go to the store and I measure, I need so many square feet. Well, they only sell it in square yards, so I have to convert. And then it's more money, or less money than I thought. Anyway, so this is your work for today. Just get started, let's see how you do. And we're only gonna do the first page, but let's do the back. So I think that's gonna be. We're gonna do the back of the first page. It's 18 problems. Just of this conversion here, okay? And it'll only be 1 conversion box for each problem. I think that front page is kind of easy. Okay, so here we go, and I'll come around and check. God, you just seem like you're just miserable.
So what are you doing, 1 through what?
18.
Put in, is there any way to make you not miserable?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Food. How do you make you not miserable?
Not getting yelled at for being a pound underweight.
What's the, how are you supposed to say the exact same like
Will you keep a folder for Maya?
And why start, what's wrong? Like, you'll make before Thanksgiving.
Like I was
We'll just
132 for JV, and then yesterday he surprise tells me, says, I want you at 126. Like how am I supposed to get down in this amount of time? If it was 2 days in advance, it'd be easier. Because I wouldn't have eaten anything 2 days at lunch, so it would have helped. But now I'm getting yelled at for being a pound under.
Well, isn't that what you want to be, is under your weight?
Yeah. I don't know why I'm getting yelled at.
We're not.
And then someone called the nurse, and the nurse started asking questions, and I'm getting yelled at because I shouldn't have said anything.
Okay, well, let's work our math. So like well, we know that first one, right? 3 feet is what? 1 yard, we know that first one. So number 2. So this is how I want you to set it up, you guys. 4 yards. In my box, I'm going to put a conversion factor because I want that to be feet. So we want you to write a box for each one of these. It'll help you in multiplying across and then dividing in the end. The first one we said is 3 feet is 1 yard, that's one of our conversion factors. So these are just straight up. They're gonna get more complicated as we go on. Any questions? I've got an answer key too here for you. Somewhere. How are we doing?
No.
For a long time.
No, good.
That's good. You seem more engaged.
I'm not really tired. Yeah, I think I fell asleep when I was FaceTiming a friend. My little sister woke me up, and I couldn't go back to sleep.
30.
Okay, we're working on it, so let's
Please
go
don't
back
sleep.
this,
Don't do it.
wait down.
No,
Okay, no, here, right here. Yard.